Today we're taking you on an epic Cornish road trip. We're going from where we are now, which is near Hayle, through St Ives over there, all the way to Penzance. We're going to be visiting beaches, van life, wild camping, and we're going to have some awesome vegan food.
We are Liam and Janine, a couple travelling the UK in our converted camper van. In this episode, we come across a very cool and unique plant-based business. The heavens open for 24 hours, we get truly stuck, and we find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So hit the like button and subscribe, and let's discover this place together.
Good morning, good morning. We are in a place called Gwiffian. We're still on the north coast of Cornwall. Yes, we're not moving very fast, but welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to take you on a bit of a road trip from where we are now to Penzance, because we've got to get a bit of a move on. We're getting sucked into these beaches in a very good way. So this is where we stopped last night. Last night we had a first in our van life career. What we did was we didn't actually park up here last night. We parked up wild camped on top of a cliff near a place called Polreath, and we were up there and it was beautiful, really high up, rock formations, islands, lighthouses, all that sort of stuff, going really well. It got dark, we got into bed, and then we got the knock. And it's the knock that we knew that was going to be coming at some point. We didn't realise it would come so soon, considering we're about 6 weeks into van life. And it was a National Trust security guard. Apparently it's a National Trust car park, which we didn't see any signs saying it was. And you can't camp there. So this guy was actually really nice and he moved us on. So we drove here, and I think it's a place called Gwiffian, or Gwiffian. It's a surf town. And I think we've parked up amongst some sand dunes. So what we're going to do now, because we still don't have any idea, it's quite tall shrubbery everywhere, we're going to go and have a look and see where we're at.
Wow, what a stunning beach that was. Even the walk to the beach was stunning, amazing. But now we're going to start the road trip. So we just left the beach where we were at, and 5 minutes down the road we're in a place called Hayle. Now Hayle has got a town running through the middle of it, and there is actually a 100% vegan cafe here, which is amazing, and it will be the only 100% vegan cafe that we've been to so far on the trip. So we're really excited to go and check it out.
I'm sure I just saw it. That's the one, there's the badger. And it just looks awesome already. Okay, so this is only the second 100% vegan businesses that we've come across since our whole tour of Cornwall. So it's such a pleasant sight, and it's one of the coolest looking vegan businesses as well. A beautiful caravan right next to the beach, right next to the quay. Awesome. So what we've ordered is a vegan BLT and a vegan kebab wrap. Your customers, are they all vegan, or they're mixed, or non-vegan?
I would say we've got like half and half, vegans and non-vegans.
Okay, so that food was absolutely delicious, and now we've ordered some cakes, and we've got a no-bake banoffee pie and a no-bake millionaire shortbread, and they sound amazing and they look really good too. Oh, they say travel isn't about the location, it's about the people you meet and the journey that you go on, and those people back there that run that cafe are so nice. They're so sweet. I'm so pleased that we met them.
We hit the road and continued down the coast to St Ives, where we found a car park at the very top of the hilltop. We made our descent on foot down through the town, which is situated right next to the beach. St Ives town is full of narrow streets and has some amazing little quirky shops, greengrocers and bakeries. It's actually a great place to go shopping, as it has both independent shops as well as the more mainstream high street shops too. And once you've finished shopping, the seafront is a pretty nice place to grab a bite to eat or chill on the beach. It does get very busy though. We were here before the school holidays and it was super busy.
St Ives is absolutely gorgeous, but it's a little bit too busy for us, so we're getting out of here and we're going to go to our next stop.
Go on, run, 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 run it! So we're out of St Ives and we're heading south still, and we don't know if there's going to be any stops between here and Land's End, but it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, there isn't much out here at all, but the scenery is so green and almost sort of like lush and subtropical. So we're just going to have to just keep going. If we see somewhere where we can park up for the night, do a bit of wild camping, then we'll stop and have something to eat and what have you. But until then, it might be Land's End. Who knows?
So we've been driving through the most gorgeous countryside now for quite a while, down these cute little roads, and there's not much traffic about, and we've got absolutely no signal at all. So we don't know where we're going, but I guess we'll just get there.
We've just pulled into Cape Cornwall, and actually checking a few of the apps that we use for park ups for wild camping, there used to be 2 park ups along on the coast on the cliff here, beautiful. Now and they're National Trust park ups, but now you can't park there anymore overnight because apparently someone's trashed the place. So they're really strict on it, which sort of explains why we got moved on last night.
Yeah.
Because you could park there before, but you can't park there anymore because people have come along and trashed it, which is always a shame. But we've never seen van lifers trash anything. In fact, the opposite happens. They end up picking up litter and cleaning places up more, leaving them better than when they found them. So anyway, that's really annoying. But we're going to hopefully go to a place now called Senan. And Senan is a little surf town before you get to Land's End, and I'm hoping we get to do some wild camping down there. We'll see though.
We made our way through these amazing little roads to a lovely cube beach just further along. We decided to pull into the car park to check it out.
Okay, so we parked up. This place is called Senan. It's got the most idyllic little beach. People are out there swimming and paddle boarding. The sea is completely calm at the moment. Apparently you can surf, but right now you wouldn't be able to because it's so flat. There's a little cafe that we're going to go to and get a cup of tea, and we're just going to chill for the moment before we go and find our place to sleep for the night. They do vegan cheese pizzas, which actually sound really good, so we're using their app to order that now, and it should come out shortly.
Deep pan pizza. Not had one of them in ages. Nice. Okay, so the plan now is the weather's changing a bit. It's getting a bit darker. I've been looking and there's nowhere to sort of pre-wild camp, free camp for the evening, which is what we really wanted to do. So unless we see somewhere along the way now, we're gonna have to keep going until we can find somewhere. And I've got a backup plan, which is a car park in a place called Treen, which is where that's basically our plan B. But on the way is Land's End, you know, the place where you get out by the side and you do the whole most southerly point thing. We're gonna go and do that and just go because it's getting dark. We're at Land's End car park and we're gonna jump out, do the Land's End thing, and then hop, skip and jump to the plan B place if we can't find anywhere sooner.
So in John O'Groats they have like a sign that you get your photo taken in front of, So this place is the most southerly point, or the furthest point from John O'Groats, and we can't seem to find a sign or anything, any kind of monument that we can get a photo in front of. So we're just sort of...
We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've made it. Yeah. Only seemed like it was only like 3 weeks ago that we was at bloody John O'Groats, and this is Land's End. So
Yeah.
well done, Janine. We made it.
We did it.
Nice. Now let's go and find a park up.
This area around here is so beautiful. If we had the time, we would have walked along one of their many walking trails, but we had to move on. We took a few snaps on the way back to the van and headed for this car park that Liam found. Fingers crossed we could get a park up for the night.
Full.
Oh shoot. Oh.
Well, we thought we'd ask anyway, just in case they had a spot left.
I'm gonna go and find out if we can stay here tonight. So what's the how do we pay, and what's the...
Just pay me £6.
Can I do a bank transfer?
No.
No. I'm gonna go to a cash point machine. Where's the nearest cash point?
Well, there's a pub in the village here who give you cash back, possibly.
Do they?
We're going to the pub. Liam is going to get a pint probably, and we're going to see if they will do us cash back so we can pay for it. Any excuse really for Liam to go to the pub. We have landed a really cool location here. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we've parked up right by the side of these bushes into another field, overlooking this other field with loads of cows in. So it's such an amazing view that we've got right now, and the sun has just come out.
Cool, so we're going to chill out now, go to bed, read a book, something like that, and get up tomorrow morning and see how close to Penzance we can get. But yeah, really enjoying it. Enjoyed today. Really nice beaches and great park up. What are you doing?
Anyway, we're going to settle down for the evening, so good night, and we will see you tomorrow.
We're supposed to have left by now, just like that camper van there. 11 o'clock, you don't have to leave, you just have to pay £2 for the day parking, £6 for the night. I'm putting my boots on because it's chucking it down out there. I'm also going to go and put a waterproof on, and that's the first time since Scotland. That shows how, that's 3 weeks ago. And I'm going to go and find some coffee, which apparently is just over there. And if there's no coffee, just as Janine said, then we're offy to the next location. What do you do on a rainy day in Cornwall? You get wet. Here we go. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Bring back coffee.
I know the mission. It's not a hard one to remember. All right. It's so
You've got to jump through.
No coffees, unfortunately, and it's super wet. So, no coffee. Let's get offy.
Oh my god, I really wasn't expecting it to be this bad today. I had some like a weather front was coming in, but yeah, it's really it's like a blooming storm out there.
Yes.
Really bad.
That was an awesome campsite. It wasn't a campsite, it was a park up, but it was really good. £6, park in a field, cheap as chips, happy days. Anyway, it's chucking it down today. I reckon if Janine's up for it, we'll go to Penzance now. Penzance could be more of a suitable place to spend a rainy day than here, out in the sticks, where it's all outdoors.
Unfortunately, we're going to be in Penzance and it's going to be chucking it down, so we won't be able to show you Penzance at its finest. It's going to be just a rainy day in Penzance. So apologies there. Okay, so we absolutely pegged it in the rain to a shopping centre, and we're about to go in, so I've got to put my mask on. But yeah, so we're on the hunt for donuts and coffee.
Thai vegetable pasty, please, and 2 coffees with soy milk.
As we walked down the high street, a lot of places were closed and it was chucking it down, so that's why we ran in here. Liam's had his pasty, I'm having a coffee, and we're just figuring out what we're going to do now. What can we do in a place where everywhere's sort of shut and it's raining?
Now, it's one of those days where things are going wrong. The donut shop is shut and it's raining, and so we're going to have to go and sort ourselves out.
We're back at the van now. We're going to look for a place to park for the evening so we can just park up the van and then maybe go for a walk or something. On the way back, Liam decided to get a wrap from Tesco's. So he got like a vegetable wrap, and we were walking along and a seagull came along and stole it completely out of his hands. He swooped down, nicked it out of his hands, whacked me on the head. I screamed, and then he flew off, and Liam was left there looking gobsmacked. It was really funny. So yeah, it seems to be one of those days.
Okay guys, it's still raining, and one of our only solutions was that we were going to stop here in the Sainsbury's car park overnight, and I don't know why we thought we were going to do that. I think just because we saw online it said that you can in Penzance, but we decided against that because we haven't come out to Cornwall to sleep in supermarket car parks. As nice as it is here, that's not what we're in for. So anyway, we're going to I've done a bit of googly woogly, and we're heading back towards St Ives. But we're not going to go all the way to St Ives. We're actually going to stop inland, which is something that I thought we wouldn't do on this trip, but not too far inland, and we're going to do a pub park up. Fingers crossed tonight. You never know until you get there. You never know. I usually call up if it's a pub park up. I usually call up and ask them if it's okay, but I tried calling and the signal was too bad, so we're just going to roll up and see what happens. Anyway, wish us luck.
Well, we escaped sleeping at Sainsbury's and headed inland to find this pub car park. Although still chucking it down, we decided the walk was off the cards.
Oh, right, bloody rain.
We are parked up. We're going to go into the pub now and check that we can park here overnight.
I've ordered a large glass of red wine because I just felt like it. Really, it's Montreal, and Janine's wondering whether to get a glass of wine or orange juice.
What do you think she should get?
Well, considering they're two completely different things, if she was just saying, I don't know whether to get a Prosecco or a white wine, it would be understandable, but she's saying, I want to get alcohol or not, and I can't make that decision for her.
You must.
I'm not going to.
Okay, so we went into the pub and we had a drink, came back to the van and just had a bowl of granola for dinner. We're not smashing this road trip. And so, anyway, we came back and had granola, and now we're sat in bed and it's still really drizzly outside. I have got these though, so I'm gonna cheer myself up and have these.
Gummy bears.
So these are vegan gummy bears that we got from Asda when we went past. So yeah, we're basically outside a pub in the mist. It's really misty out there, and we're gonna wake up tomorrow and pray for a better day. Because today we've been attacked by seagulls, we've been rained on, and we've been almost stayed at Sainsbury's for the night. So it's not really...
And we ate granola for dinner.
And we ate granola for dinner, so fingers crossed for a better day tomorrow.
morning guys, so we've just gotten up. It's really early still in the morning, but we've decided to just get up and go back to Penzance straight away and sort a few things out. It's still really wet and yeah, it's raining, it's misty, same as yesterday. So what we've decided to do is just get things moving. We're going to go back to some places that we missed out yesterday and take a look at that and just see where that sort of leads us. So yeah, first stop, Penzance.
So, just got a coffee from Sainsbury's while we're trying to work out what the hell we're going to do. Isn't it funny how wet weather just sort of doesn't mess things up, it's just nature, but just planning what we're doing is quite difficult. We could either accept our fate and just sort of stay in Sainsbury's car park all day, or going to do what we are going to do and we're going to move forwards. We're going to keep going. We're going to head forwards along the coast, heading east, and keep this road trip going. But first, we're going to go and grab some brunch at Archie Brown's, which is famous around here for its vegan vegetarian food.
It actually looks really pretty here when it's sunny. Yesterday I thought it was awful, but today it's really nice.
Two salad bowls of tofu, and we're going for a forest smoothie and a sunshine smoothie as well, please. Great start. So we've got two smoothies that were actually pretty cheap. They were about £3.50. One's a forest one, one's a sunshine one. Janine's green, I'm yellow. And we got one of these. Oh, it's warm. It's warm, Janine. Wow, look at that. Oh, by the way, all of it's plant plastic, not actual plastic. But yeah, look at that. We got one of those each as well. That's smoked almond and sesame seed tofu with loads of different things in there as well. Nice breakfast.
That was the nicest salad. It felt so healthy, but it was so full of loads of different flavours. It had like about 6 or 7 different salads in there. Yeah, it was just really nice. Feels healthy, I feel good. I'm ready to go to the next place.
The next cafe?
To get some donuts. Well, after eating a salad for breakfast, Liam fancied a dessert, so we headed to a little art cafe called Red Wing Gallery to see what they were offering.
Salad, all vegan salad.
Oh, wow.
And hominy pie.
Hey, nice one.
Amazing.
And also another salad down here.
Wow, looks lovely. This is the most random little place. It's like walking into someone's house, really.
Really cool art on the wall.
Yeah, it's really cool. The cakes look lovely. Got a cup of tea here. And yeah. We met this really cool guy who volunteers at the cafe, and he was explaining to us how they have a free food service for people who need it.
And we just have it here on a big white table, and within 2 hours of it arriving here, gone.
Hey! Okay, that was a really quirky experience in Penzance. And now we're off to... We're going to go forward and onwards. We're going to go get back on the road again and see quite a few places, so let's do it.
Okay, so we've just pulled over. We're in a car park. The reason why we pulled over is because we're at a place called Morazian, and we saw in the distance this gorgeous sort of rock in the middle of the sea, and we think it's called St Michael's Mount or something like that. I will find out for you. And it's you can reach it when it's at low tide, so you can walk across, and it's low tide now.
So we've decided we're going to go for a bit of a wander across and get there and have a look and show you as well, and then walk back. Hopefully we can get back. We're going to double check the tides anyway to make sure we can do it, because this is such a spontaneous thing. We didn't know about it until we saw it, and we've just pulled in. So we're going to make sure we can do it and get back safely, and yeah, hopefully show you some really cool stuff. How are we getting across, Liam?
Well, you got a canoe? No, we'll go. If we go down there, hopefully it'll be a bit easier to cross. A bit less feet wetting territory. There's nothing for it. There's nothing for it, Janine. Embrace the wet feet. Janine doesn't like getting anything cold at all.
Oh, it's freezing. Oh my god. You know when the bones in your feet ache? Oh, that's a bit fresh. So it's been a lovely walk across this stretch of path in the middle of the sea, but we can't go in any further unless we pay £10. £10 to go and see the garden, and I think it's like
14
£14 if you want to go up to the castle, which is quite expensive, I think.
This is the congregation of people who are unwilling to pay to go further. You shall not pass. Anyway, that's good enough for me. It's such a beautiful, beautiful walk and sight. So let's go back the coastal pathway, and get on the road again, eh?
We walked back to the van via the coastal path and left this beautiful town. We went to find a spot for the night and stumbled across this amazing little gem of a park up.
So we've just pulled up to a place called Praa Sands. Once again, I'm probably saying that wrong. It's fantastic because we can actually camp here overnight. It's a car park. And I've got a feeling it's right by a really nice beach. And she said she'll fill up some water for us because we're out of fresh water. So we're super happy with that. And yeah, we're going to have a little look around and see if we want to stay here. But I think it's pretty good.
We filled up on water very quickly, then went to the beach to soak up some sun whilst it was sunny. And what a perfect time to arrive at this idyllic little beach. We chilled for a bit before heading to the local shop, which happened not to be very good at all for plant-based food. So Liam said he would make a dal.
Okay, I am making a yellow split pea dal for Janine, because Janine is hungry and I am too. Alright, well that was a beautiful dinner right by the beach, and now we're going to go for a nice sunset walk and hopefully a pint, because I spotted a bar earlier.
This summer I'll be by your side. A wonder that you can't describe. How long will you wait for me? I want you to see what I see. I see you. How I see you. I'm looking out, it's really far. I fell into the sun has set, the stars will appear. In many ways it's great up here. Somehow life goes on, the stars we know are gone. In this lonely place, I still see your face.